Good day, Kavibal, and welcome to our Speakers Demo Reel webinar series. For the demo teaching today, the topic will be Global Earth Challenge, Restoring the Biodiversity. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. We will be posting the Zoom link in the comment section before our demo teaching, and the first 5 participants to join the Zoom meeting will be allowed to have close interaction with the speaker during the session and have an open forum after the demo teaching. The first 5 participants will serve as the students for the speaker's demo reel and will get a copy of the speaker's presentation at the end of the webinar. For those who will be chosen, make sure microphones are turned off until asked to turn on. Again, for those who will be chosen, please participate actively to get a copy of the presentation. Good day again, Kavibal, and welcome to our Speakers Demo Reel webinar series. For the discussion today, the topic will be on Global Earth Challenge, Restoring the Biodiversity. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. Make sure you are registered to the webinar to have your e-certificate of participation. Visit certificate.vivalgroup.com to generate your proof of attendance. Place your questions in the comment box allotted during the session, and they will be addressed by our speaker later on. Share the video using hashtag LearnAs1PH as our official hashtag to our Vibal webinars. Experience learning Kavibal. And now, to proceed with our webinar this afternoon, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our distinguished speaker today. She is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Nursing and has earned her Master of Arts in Nursing in 2009, major in Nursing Administration and Management. A former chief nurse of Pampanga Premier Medical Center, she has completed her academic requirement, doctorate in nursing education in Holy Angel University, Angeles City. Now, she is a senior high school master teacher 1 in Sucad National High School, Apalit, Pampanga, Department of Education, Schools Division of Pampanga. She was the People's Choice Global Awards 2018 awardee and conferred by the World Christian Fellowship Ministry jointly with the University of Oklahoma an honorary doctoral degree in humanities, honoris causa for her transformational leadership, which she aims to inspire students on the value of education and public service, creating a vision to provide a change and inspiration to the learners. She initiated the first senior high school research colloquium, the first school to conduct this kind of event in Schools Division of Pampanga Cluster 6, for the purpose of exhibiting their students' own research studies to expose them to a different venue where they can feel, observe, and see the difference in order to overcome their fear in presenting research. She has her first published book under Beyond Books publication entitled Help Me Out for the Love of Research. She also has her advocacy to give school supplies to the senior high school students and pupils of Sucad National High School and Sucad Elementary School, Apalit, Pampanga. Ladies and gentlemen, mga kapibal, let us all welcome Miss Arlene Tomines Carlos.
Good afternoon, Miss Julie. Naririnig na po ba ako? Is it clear?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, Kabibal. I would like to take this moment to thank Bibal Group for allowing me to share my insights once again for this Earth Month Demo Reel Bibal series. Kung hindi pa ako nagkakamali, ay pangatlo ko na po yata itong presentation na to sa Bibal. I am Arlene Tominas Carlos, Master Teacher 1 of Sucad National High School, Schools Division of Pampanga, Region 3. Can I share now my slide, Miss Julie?
Yes po, ma'am.
Nakikita na po ba?
Opo, ma'am. Yes po.
Okay. We are now celebrating the 51st Earth Day, an annual event held to demonstrate support for the environmental protection with the theme Restore Our Earth. April 22, 1970 has been an important date, serving as the launching day for the number of significant affirmative global events. But for this 2021, most Earth Day events this year will be online because of the global COVID pandemic crisis. More than 1 billion people in 192 countries participate on Earth Day celebration. That is from earthday.org. For our objectives, to increase awareness and understanding of the natural and human environment in time of COVID-19 pandemic. Another objective is to promote ecological conservation. And the last objective that we have is students will be able to identify things they can do to save our earth and restore the natural habitat. So our topic for this afternoon, Global Earth Challenge, Restoring the Biodiversity. Okay, so sana mga kabibal, dito lang po kayo habang pinapanood nyo po ako at sana meron po kayong matutunan this afternoon. For the outline of our topic, overview on the planet Earth, kailangan malaman po natin yan, and the characteristics of planet Earth that makes it habitable. Okay, and we will be talking also about biodiversity and what are the threats to our biodiversity, and we have to take also to know the solutions in restoring our biodiversity. And if you happen to see this icon and yung teddy bear na yon, magkakaroon po tayo ng question and answer. At Miss Julie, meron na po ba tayong teacher-student po nakasama?
Yes po, ma'am. Meron po.
Okay, thank you po. As we go on, what can you say on the picture below? This is the planet Earth. Okay. Why is it that our planet Earth is so unique and compared to other planet? Bakit naiiba siya? Bakit bukod tangi ang planet Earth na ito? Ano po ang masasabi natin dito? Sino po ang pwedeng sumagot sa mga viewers po natin? Sino po ang naka-assign po na teacher students po natin ngayon? Meron na po ba? Hello po, viewers. Okay. Did you know that the Earth is the only planet in the solar system known to harbor life and sometimes called the blue planet? The atmosphere of this Earth is about 100 miles thick that shields us from harmful radiation coming from the sun. It has water, and it is about 70% of the surface of the Earth is covered by liquid or frozen water. It has a suitable weather and climate, and that is our planet Earth. What do you think are the characteristics of the planet Earth that make it different from other planets? So we have a timer here for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, meron dapat pong sasagot. So Miss Julie, pwede po bang makita ang ating mga estudyante ngayong hapon na ito? Para makilala ko po sila.
Ayan. Hello po, ma'am. Ayan. Currently po, we have 2 students lang po for our, and
Okay.
we're inviting more. So, yun po, they can join.
Okay. For the first student, sino po ang makakasagot? For our 2 viewers, ano ang characteristic ng planet Earth po na naiiba po sa other planet?
Ma'am,
Yes po.
Earth is habitable po.
Habitable. Okay, very good. That is correct. Okay. So, Another one, the planet Earth is habitable. That is very correct. And it has the right distance from the sun. The Earth distance from the sun is one of the most important factor making life possible on Earth. And it is estimated by scientists to be from 93 million miles of Earth average distance from the sun is fairly circular orbit. In a fairly circular orbit, umiikot lang po siya. And it is not too hot and not too cold, and it's sometimes called the Goldilocks zone. Okay. Another one, it has an insulating atmosphere. It is made up with several layers of gases, and it has the right chemical It has a right chemical ingredients for life including water and carbon and oxygen, useful in biological products for humans. Okay. Another one, the nitrogen and oxygen together make up 99% of the planet's atmosphere. And the rest of the gases, which are argon, carbon dioxide, and other gases, uh, are minor components, but sometimes they are very important. Particles of dust, soil, salt, smoke, and solids make up small percentage also in our atmosphere. Okay. Another one, another characteristics of our planet Earth. Earth has a suitable weather and climate. The average temperature of the Earth is a fundamental part of what Earth to be habitable. The perfect temperature exists because Earth lies in a Goldilocks zone. It is not too hot and nor too cold in our planet. Okay. So, what is the difference between weather and climate? Yes, viewer number 2, pwede pong pakisagot. Ano po ang idea natin between weather and climate? Yes po. Okay. So we have here the answer. Our weather, it means that the condition of the atmosphere of a particular time and place. It is only a short term and it varies from day to day. At dito makikita natin ang weather forecast. Makikita natin yan at mapapanood natin yan sa mga news na napapanood natin during evening time. At makikita natin dito example is Mang Tani. Siya ang ating weather forecaster ng Pag-asa, right? And climate is average weather conditions of a particular region. Halimbawa dito sa parting Central Luzon, it is sunny, but for the part of Mindanao ay cloudy siya and rainy. Okay. It is over a long period of time and its averages over 10 to 30 years. So medyo matagal ang climate condition natin. Ano naman ang pagkakapareho ni weather at ni climate? Weather conditions, it is the temperature and the precipitation. So for the climate, we have the sunny, we have this stormy weather and windy and the winter. Okay. Next, what makes planet Earth different from other planets in the solar system? Natanong na natin yan kanina. So ano po ang sagot dito? Maski na hindi ko kayo naririnig, alam ko sumasagot po kayo. And the answer is, it supports life. Letter A. Okay. For that, meron kayong chocolates na prize. Okay. May reward system tayo, ano po? Another question is, Planet Earth is considered as blue planet. Which of the following best describe the surface of planet Earth? Ano ba daw ang meron sa surface ng planet Earth natin? You have 5 seconds. Sa ating viewer, meron ba tayong gustong sumagot dyan? Any guess po?
I think letter D, ma'am.
Yes. Letter?
Letter D, ma'am.
It has mostly water on the surface. Yes, because 70% of the planet Earth are water, no? Okay, for that, you have 100 free load ng ating cellphone. So, whether kung ano man yan, kung smart, globe, or TM po ba yan, o sun, may 100 pesos kayong free na load. Okay. Okay. And going to our biodiversity, from planet Earth, pupunta tayo sa biodiversity. Okay. Biodiversity here, it refers to the variety of living species on Earth, including plants, animals, bacteria, and fungi. Scientists have estimated that there are around 8.7 million species of plants and animals in existence, yet only around 1.2 million species have been identified and described. And that is from National Geographic. So baka mamaya tayo pa yung makadiscover ng pangalan ng ibang species, no? Another input on our biodiversity is it is necessary for keeping life on Earth, and it has important meaning for existence and prosperity of mankind. Okay. So in biodiversity, humans and human cultural diversity is also part of biodiversity. Okay. So, human cultural diversity, Ma'am A, ano po yung human cultural diversity? Cultural diversity is a system of beliefs and behaviors that recognizes and respects the presence of all diverse groups in an organization or society. It acknowledges and values their social cultural differences. So, ibig sabihin, example po nito ay dito lang po sa bayan ng Apalit, for example, ang culture po nila dito ay every June 28, 29, 30 ay nagsiselebrate po sila ng fiesta po ni St. Peter or tinatawag po nila si Apong Iro. So culture na po ng mga taga-Apalit or Apaliteños ay naghahanda po sila ng mga pagkain para sa kanilang mga bisita. Ito ay hindi ordinaryong paghahanda lang, talagang ito ay fabulous talaga na paghahanda kasi bawat dadaan sa bahay mo ay tatawagin para lang kumain. So napakagandang culture po ng Apalit ang celebrate po ng fiesta. And that is another part of our cultural diversity. Okay, and there are some threats to biodiversity. Can you name one of the threats of biodiversity, sir?
Pollution, ma'am.
Yes, pollution. Another one.
Global climate.
Yes, global climate change. Another. We have 3 more.
Invasive species.
Invasive species, yes. And 2 more.
Unsustainable resource use.
And sustainable resource use. And the last one, sir.
Habitat loss and fragmentation.
Yes, habitat loss and fragmentation. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have to discuss one by one about the threats of biodiversity. We have here the climate change. It is a long-term change in the average weather patterns that have come to define Earth's local, regional, and global climates. The climate change could refer to a particular location or the planet as a whole. Okay? So dito, meron tayong isang indicator ng warming of world. So, for instance, we have here the glacier or the winter. Magtataka ka bakit mas maaga ang winter ngayon? O dito sa Pilipinas na lang, bakit summer na summer mayroong ulan? So nagtataka ka, is this an example of a climate change? Okay. Another one. Ano naman ang pagkakaiba ng climate change sa global warming? Okay. Global warming here is a gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to the greenhouse effect caused by increased level of carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, and other pollutants. Okay, you have the climate change. Another one, we have the habitat loss and degradation. It occurs when natural habitats are converted to human uses such as cropland, urban areas, and infrastructure development. Example of these are dams, roads, and power line. Power line, ito yung nakikita natin sa expressway na nakadugtong doon yung may structure na parang bakal, tapos nakadugtong doon yung mga electric wire hanggang doon papunta po sa Luzon. Okay. Now, the habitat loss, another example here is infrastructure development. During earlier time, ang sabi nila, ang along EDSA daw, wala pang traffic because it is agricultural land. So, puro daw bukid ang EDSA. But time flies until today, nagkaroon na ng mga buildings, different structures, different malls. Meron na tayong iba-ibang mall dyan na laging pinapasukan natin at meron mga bagong establishment like the mga TV stations, meron dyan along EDSA. Another one are condominiums na meron hanggang Mandaluyong, ang dami-dami. So from rural or agricultural land, naging urbanized na siya. So nasira ang mga lupa because of that infrastructure development. But then another loss is the habitat loss and degradation. Okay, so here when their condition declines due to factors such as pollution, invasive species, and overutilization of natural resources, kung nagkaroon tayo ng more cut down of trees, ay mawawalan po ng yung bahay ang mga ibon natin, yung mga iba-ibang species ng mga ibon and animals. So, the process by which natural habitat becomes incapable of supporting its native species. Habitat destruction is the leading cause of biodiversity loss. Okay. So, mawawalan ng lugar ang mga ibon natin sa kagubatan. Kaya ang mga ibang non-government organization ay nire-restore nila ang mga forest natin. So dito pumupunta sila sa mga parks para magtanim sila ng mga puno at pinapalitan nila ng panibagong puno para yung nawala ay may panibago na tutubo. Another one, we have pollution. Ito yung na-mention ni Sir earlier kanina na another threat ng biodiversity. We have pollution here. It is the introduction of harmful materials in the environment. And these harmful materials are called pollutants. Pollutants can be natural such as volcanic ash. Ito example ng volcanic ash na yan, yung binubuga ni Taal Volcano. At nung 1991, yung Pinatubo, sumabog din. So nagsabog sila ng mga ashes. So nagkaroon naapektuhan ang mga iba-ibang lugar o karatig lugar ng Cavite or Tagaytay, no? Another one, ang ating mga trash, ang ating mga basura can be a cause of pollution also. And that pollution is produced by the different factories. Okay. Another is your invasive species. Invasive species can be any kind of living organism, and they can harm the environment, the economy, or even human health. Okay? So nakakaapekto sila sa ating kapaligiran. Okay? Nagkukos sila ng destruction and our economy. Kasi kung maapektuhan ang ating environment, syempre yung mga itinanim nilang palay, kukunti na lang ang maaani nila. Of course, the economy will go down. Or even our health, kung makakasakit yung mga species na yan, kung nasugatan yung mga farmers natin at nag-develop into complication, of course, the human health can suffer, no? So, ang giant kohol na madalas makikita sa mga matubig na lugar, katulad ng palayan, ay kasama sa tinatawag na 100 world's invasive alien species. Orihinal na matatagpuan ito sa bansang Laos, pero nung napunta sa iba't ibang lugar sa Asia, ay nakilala ito bilang sumira ng mga pananim ng mga magsasaka, particularly yung mga nasa Central Luzon. Ayan, so nirereklamo nila ang giant kohol. Another example here is the janitor fish. Inirereklamo ng mga mangingisda naman. Kanina, yung mga magsasaka ang may reklamo. Ngayon, ang mga mangingisda naman, dahil ang janitor fish natin ay nakakasira ito ng mga lambat ng mga mangingisda. Dahil, aside from the gills and yung palikpik nila at yung mga kaliskis nila ay sobrang tigas at nakakasira ito ng mga equipment ng mga mangingisda. Bukod pa riyan ay mabilis silang dumami at nakakain nila ang malalaking isda ng mga palaisdaan. Kaya kaunti na lang ang kanilang nahuhuli sa mga lumalaot na mangingisda. So, other species ang nakikita natin ay malaking tulong sa ating planet Earth, pero yung ibang species naman ay pwedeng maging invasive o nakakasakit sa ating mga kapaligiran na nagko-cause ng environment destruction, loss of economy, or it may down the economy, or even our human health may sacrifice, no? Okay. Another threat on biodiversity is the overexploitation. Overexploitation or overfishing. Overfishing is the removal of marine living resources to levels that are too low for sustaining viable population. Ito yung sinasabi nila na habang dumadami ang tao, of course, dumadami din ang ating food consumption. So, this can lead to resource depletion and put a number of threatened and endangered species at risk of extinction. Nagkakaroon ng problema sa pangingisda dahil pati ang mga maliliit na isda ay nahuhuli nila at wala na itong pag-asa na lumaki. So, kung titignan po natin, ang government natin ay minsan ay sinasabihan yung mga mangingisda na for this particular month ay wala munang manghuhuli ng isdang galunggong kasi hinahayaan muna nila itong lumaki, at para sumapit yung tamang buwan o araw ay pwede na silang mangisda at tama-tama na ang mga galunggong na isda para hulihin. Okay? Para hindi lang tayo magkaroon ng overfishing. Other potential threats on our biodiversity is you have high density of population. High density of population in our country, alam naman natin na ang Manila is the most densely populated area in the country. We have 71,263 person per square kilometer. And this is the data last 2015. Another is, aside from Manila, which is the number one most densely populated, number two is the Mandaluyong area, and the third one is the Pasay area. And the least population dense in the National Capital Region, which have 6,138 square kilometer per person per square kilometer, you have the municipality of Pateros. Okay. Yun yung pinaka maluwag pa sa Metro Manila, ang bayan po ng Pateros. For our screen here, the example there is in Baguio. Kung napuntahan nyo na ang Baguio, dumadami po ang mga nagpapatayo ng bahay. If you will observe on our picture, mangilan-ngilan na lang ang punong kahoy ang makikita natin. Puro ang nakikita natin dito ay mga kabahayan at nagsisilakihan o nagsisitaasan pa po sila. So kung ang mga bahay po na ito ay meron po silang mga tanim na punong kahoy, ay makakatulong pa po sila sa environment. Okay? And that is our example on high density of population. Another one. For highly possible solution for our biodiversity loss, you have to plant tree. We will have more oxygen and less carbon dioxide. So we have here our, dito, isi-share ko lang po na we have a municipal project from mayor up to down to the councilor. They have project of tree planting. The tree planting activity aims to raise awareness to the society in the importance of planting and saving trees. It is one way of expressing our concern to the environment and diminish the unfavorable effects of climate change. This may also prevent soil erosion and groundwater supply to recharge and prevent the transport of chemicals into streams and prevent flooding. Kung makikita po ninyo dito sa ating picture, not only the mayor down to the councilors, we have also the Bureau of Fire Protection employees and the teachers on the left side. Okay, we have also the police and other government agencies in our municipality. Nagtanim po sila ng puno sa tabi ng ilog because dito po sa Apalit meron po kaming bamboo hub park para po na mapasyalan ng mga tao ng Apalit. Okay. Another one. Dito naman po, during the heights of COVID-19 pandemic last year, I proposed a school community project, which is the community gardening. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, most of the people stay at home, and I proposed a school community project that involved the barangay. So kung mapapansin ninyo, from municipality down to barangay, all barangay officials and community volunteers were included here. And the main objective of the gulayan sa barangay or community vegetable gardening is to promote the vegetable farming among barangay residents and to ensure the production of vegetables that are healthier than the usual vegetable being sold in the market. So kung mapapansin natin, mas maganda po kung may makukuhanan tayong gulay sa ating mga community or from the open space of our backyard, dahil mas fresh po ito kaysa sa mga nabibili natin sa market. Okay. Another purpose of community gardening is to increase awareness to the barangay residents through their involvement in producing their own crops and vegetables within their respective garden or available area. So yung mga bakuran po natin ay pwede nating taniman ng mga gulay. Okay, gardening can stop heavy rains from damaging our land and protects the topsoil from being washed away. Ano ba, bakit napakahalaga ang topsoil? Yung nasa ibabaw ng lupa natin. The topsoil is the best because they are rich in organic matter that holds not only moisture but also an entire ecosystem that is beneficial not only for humans but for microbial life that contribute nutrients for healthy plant growth. Okay. So nakakatulong ang topsoil natin para mas lalong lumago ang ating mga halaman. Aside from proposed school community project, we have also students home gardening here. So, ni-require natin ang mga senior high school students na magkaroon ng home gardening sa kanilang mga bahay-bahay. On the part of students, may promote mental health and emotional well-being according to Princeton University, because gardening can provide students with the tools they need to manage their emotions and improve their learning potential. Tayo nga na mga nanay, 'di ba? Pag nagtatanim tayo, nawawala yung stress natin. Gumagaan yung ating pakiramdam at pag nalalanghap natin yung mga amoy ng mga dahon, ng mga bulaklak, ay nakakagaan po ng pakiramdam. Another example is, one study found that students who were involved in gardening program showed higher levels of self-understanding and interpersonal skills and cooperative skills in the classroom as compared to students who did not participate in the gardening program. Parang ano lang po ito, yung mga estudyante, group of student na may ginagawa silang activity at home, can promote cooperativeness in the family. Unlike for the students na nandun lang sa loob ng bahay at walang ginagawa at nababagot sila at cannot cooperate with the parents, ito po ay ginawang study according to Robinson and Sajic in 2005. So, sa atin lang, nararamdaman natin ito. So, pwedeng totoo yung kanilang study. Or, hindi lang pwede, totoo. Kasi, even I is nagtatanim ako, so nakakagaan talaga po ng pakiramdam. So, what are the purpose of our student home gardening? Kailangan nga dahil ma-promote ang kanilang awareness. So sustain also the food ng kanilang bahay. So magkakaroon sila ng enough food dahil hindi lang naman kukonti ang member ng family natin. Minsan may mga malaking pamilya sila. So ang pagtatanim natin ng gulay sa ating bakuran ay nakakatulong po sa ating pamilya. Okay. So another one. Example po ng mga tinanim ng aming mga estudyante, you have the upland kangkong, malunggay, and another is kung naalala nyo po kanina, use more renewable energy source like wind, water, and the sun. Ano po yung naitutulong natin dito? So kung maalala po ninyo, we are talking now about the solutions of the loss of biodiversity. So what is the use of renewable energy sa atin? Okay, so the renewable energy that is generated from a natural process that are continuously replenished, this energy cannot be exhausted and it's constantly renewed. So tuloy-tuloy lang po ito. Official sources said that the windmills supply 40% of Ilocos Norte's electricity through its connection to the Luzon grid, delivering power via Transco Lawag and reaches the household. So, ibig pong sabihin nito, dahil po sa turbine na yan, yung windmill na yan, na umiikot buong araw, buong gabi, buong buwan, buong taon, at tuloy-tuloy po yan. At sabi po nga nila, it is it cannot be exhausted and it is continuously replenished. Okay, so it is constantly renewed. So 40% ng Ilocos Norte ay nanggagaling po dyan sa windmill na yan ang kanilang kuryente. Okay, another one, you have the Angat Dam and the Ipo Dam in Bulacan. So Angat Dam is located within the Angat Watershed Forest Reserve in Barangay San Lorenzo, Norsagaray, Bulacan. It supplies potable water to Metro Manila and powers a hydroelectric power plant. The dam is 135 meters high. So napakataas po niyan. Kaya kung may bagyo po dito sa Pilipinas, kung marireach na niya yung level po ng dam natin, unti-unti po yan na binabawasan. So hindi buhos ang paglabas ng tubig diyan dahil malulunod po ang mga lowlands o yung mas mababang lugar ng Bulacan or not only Bulacan, also Pampanga. So sana hindi naman po mangyari yan, no? Another one. So we have here the sun. Okay, napaka-importante po ang sun energy or the solar energy that comes from the sun. Okay, the sun rays that reach the planet Earth take part in the process of warming the planet and making life possible, that so-called greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect keeps the earth warm enough to sustain life. Okay. So, ito yung tinatawag nating photosynthesis na nagkakaroon ng nag-sprout yung mga iba-ibang klaseng mga halaman because of the solar energy that comes from the sun. So, from windmill, waters from the dam, and the solar energy that comes from the sun ay malaking tulong po sa ating renewable energy source, no? Okay. So, aside from gardening, makakatulong sa atin ang waste management. So, dito po kung makikita ninyo sa picture, meron silang mga basurahan na ginawa na project ang aking mga estudyante. Dito yung merong recyclable, dito yung hindi nabubulok at nabubulok. So, kung ilang estudyante yan, 187 senior high school student, isipin lang po natin, ibig sabihin, kung meron tayong 187 students, meron tayong 187 household. So, yung 187 po na yan na merong waste management, ay malaking tulong po yan sa ating kapaligiran. So that is under Republic Act 9003 and it is called the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000. Ayan. So maski na COVID pandemic po tayo, maski na nasa bahay lang tayo, ay may malaki po tayong magagawa sa ating environment. So ating waste management, follow only the 3 R's, which are reduce, reuse, and recycle. So what can we do to reduce? Reducing means to use less and not to waste. So in reducing, reduce means to use less something. Some examples are use handkerchief instead of tissues. Okay. Dahil ang handkerchief natin malalabhan, maibibilad, then magagamit natin ulit. Another one, use cotton rag when cleaning house instead of paper towels. Ibig sabihin, gumamit po tayo ng basahan para punasan po ang ating mesa, syempre yung malinis na basahan naman yung gagamitin natin. Instead of paper towel, magastos po yan no? So kung dagdag budget pa po sa pagbili niyan. Another one, use a sports bottle instead of buying bottled water every day. So yung mineral water natin, pwede po nating bilhin yung Gatorade, inumin natin yung Gatorade, then we can use the bottle again for drinking, okay, no? So, pwede po natin gawing container po uli yon. What can we do to reduce? Buy product also with no or little packaging. Yung mga pakonti-konti lang na may plastic dyan, yun na lang yung kunin po natin. Huwag yung masyadong balot na balot. Kasi itatapon pa natin yung plastic, dagdag basura. And put the packaging in the correct recycle bin. No? Another one. What can we do to reuse? Reuse means to use materials again and again, and we can reuse the box, the plastic, yung sandobag natin, yung yung bottled water, plastic bottled water, o PET bottle po ang tawag dyan. So, sa PET bottles natin, pwede po natin gawing paso. Pwede nating taniman po ng mga halaman. Yung ating egg tray, pwede po nating gawin na yung punla. And yung pinakagusto po ninyong kape, yung Starbucks natin, yung cup po nila ay napakaganda at durable. Hindi pa ako nag-i-endorse po ni Starbucks, but then we have that at home at ginawa din po na ni-recycle din po namin. Ganyan din po yung ginawa ng anak ko. Nilagyan din po niya ng ball pen, pencils, yan, para sa kanyang module. Okay. Another one, your recycle. We can recycle paper and cardboard so we don't have to cut down too many trees. Tama nga naman po. Minimize po natin yung paggamit ng mga cardboard, yung papel natin, katulad ko, yung hindi ko mga ginagamit na mga papel, binibigay ko kay Ate Beck para magamit po niya na pansapin sa mga kanyang ginagawa na mga pastries o mga tinapay, which is malinis naman po, no? Okay, another one. We can recycle glass bottles to make new ones. Okay, so kung makikita natin yan sa mga resto, sa mga cafe, ayan makikita natin minsan may makikita natin yung recycled bottle, nagiging chandelier, napakaganda na yung outcome, no? Okay, katulad niyan. We have a very good example of light bottle. Okay. We can recycle the PET bottles into a more creative pot for our plants. Okay, another one. We can use the plastic bottle for decorations. Okay. And the last one, the environment has totally shown love and care to the humanity. So marami nang naibigay ang planet Earth sa atin. Our beloved Earth is not just the one that must work, but also the people inhabiting it. Ibig sabihin, kailangan hindi lang po si Mother Earth ang bigay ng resources. We should act on it also. Tutulong din po tayo na mga humans. What is given can be taken. Let's not forget the earth is giving us life. Take care of it and it will continue paving prosperity. Neglect it and it will wreak havoc upon us all. Totoo naman po, kung sinisira natin ang kapaligiran natin, kinakat down natin yung mga trees, ano po yung maibibigay sa atin? Baha. Okay. So we know what is right or wrong. Alam po natin kung ano ang masama. Yung pera po ay pera lang po yan. Pag namatay po ang mga tao, hindi na po madadala yan sa kanilang pupuntahan. You understand what's good or bad for the environment. All you got to do is to act upon it. Let us work hand in hand to saving our Mother Earth. And thank you for following me. Salamat po sa Bibal. For now, we have the question and answer. Miss Julie, meron po bang tanong?
Hello po, ma'am, and thank you so much for that demonstration po. Okay, so we have a few questions here po,
Yes
ma'am.
po.
Okay, so one po from Ma'am Carmina Andres. Her question is, since pupils are at home this pandemic, what could be a feasible and practical project for preschool and lower grades that they can do on their own?
Okay. So, sa aking pagbabasa po, ma'am, kailangan turuan din po natin yung mga bata mag-gardening. Kasi it promotes cooperativeness sa mga bata. Another one is yung cut downs ng mga, yung example po natin kanina, yung pet bottles. Meron naman po tayong mga scissor na not so sharp doon po sa pinaka at tip po niya, pwede po nating turuan online ang mga bata para makagawa po sila ng kanilang recycled pots para sa mga halaman. So, pwede na rin po nating ipaproject yun na tataniman po nila. At nagawa din po yun ng bunso ko. So, ang ginawa niya, araw-araw, nagtanim po siya ng munggo. So, pet bottle po, ma'am. Tapos, lagyan lang niya ng butas, tapos maglagay siya ng munggo seed. Then, i-record po ni pupil yung kanyang pagtubo. So, first day, second day. First day, wala pang nakikita. Second day, may sprout na tumubo. Third day, meron ng 1 leaf. Second day, meron na siyang 2 or 3 leaves at hanggang lumaki na. So, yung yung documentation po niya, isi-send po niya yan sa kanyang teacher. Malaking tulong po yun na project sa mga elementary. Pwede rin pong ipagawa po yun. Maraming salamat po.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po. We have another question naman po from Sir Lloyd Magpantay. How
Yes
can
po.
this topic be integrated in other subjects since this is a very important issue?
Yes, we have here the subject of Earth and Life Science in our sa mga senior high school students po natin. Grade 11, meron silang Earth and Life Science. Grade 12, meron po yung Physical Science. So, pwede po nating i-integrate ang ating slide po na yan, ang conservation of the planet Earth lalo na sa grade 11 po, senior high school. Ayun po. Even po sa junior high school, pwede rin po natin silang input po natin yung conservation of our environment sa ating lesson. Maraming salamat po.
Okay po, ma'am. I guess we have one last question po.
Yes po.
From Sir Joseph Torres po. Why is it that even if everyone is aware of the issue, it's difficult and still remains as a challenge?
Yes, because ang conservation of environment po ay hindi naman po mahirap, but then yung challenge po sa atin na i-conserve po ang ating environment kasi nandyan po ang pera at pinagkakakitaan po natin ang ating mga natural resources, and that the best example is ang mga punong kahoy. Kinakat po nila yan para ibenta. So, why not cut? Pwede naman pong i-cut yung tree, pero papalitan po natin more than what we brought down o yung tinanggal po natin. Pwede naman po nilang palitan. Pero marami na rin pong mga non-government organization na mga nagpa-plant ng mga punong kahoy para ma-sustain po nila yung biodiversity or yung ecosystem na tinatawag po natin. Okay po.
Alright,
Sorry po. Sana nasagot ko po yung tanong ni sir.
Yes po. Okay, so I think that's all the questions we have for now, ma'am. Any last reminders po for our viewers today?
Okay, thank you po sa panonood po ng Vibal. At bago ko po makalimutan, Dr. Yonilo Capulso, maraming salamat po from Beyond Books Publication. At maraming salamat Ate Beck sa inyong lugar. Nagkaroon po ako ng opportunity na mai-deliver ko ang aking insight sa Vibal group. Okay. Sa demo reel po nila. Maraming salamat, Ate Beck. Ayun lang po, ma'am.
All right, so there we have it. In behalf of Vibal Group Incorporated, I would like to thank our speaker today for this interactive and insightful demo teaching session. It is an honor to have you with us today. And to all our Vibal viewers, all thanks to you for your continuous patronage of our daily learning session. Don't forget to register to get your e-certificate of participation. We encourage you to subscribe and watch on our official Vibal Facebook page and YouTube channel. Muli, maraming salamat at magandang araw sa ating lahat.
Maraming salamat, Miss Julie.
Thank you rin po, ma'am.
Okay po, bye-bye.